Transform your outdoor space into a whimsical spring retreat with the charm of cottagecore gardening. Imagine a lush haven filled with delicate blooms, winding pathways, and cozy nooks perfect for relaxation. This video will guide you through the essentials of creating an enchanting garden where nature and nostalgia blend beautifully. From selecting the perfect plants to designing rustic pathways and charming seating areas, we'll cover every detail to bring your dreamy outdoor oasis to life. Whether you're starting fresh or refreshing an existing garden, these tips will help you infuse rustic elegance and natural beauty into your space. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite cottagecore garden ideas. Your support helps us create more inspiring home and garden transformations. Now, let's dive into the first step, choosing the perfect spot for your cottagecore paradise. The key to a thriving cottagecore garden starts with selecting the perfect location. Observe your outdoor space throughout the day to understand how sunlight moves across it. Most cottage-style plants, like roses and lavender, need at least 6 hours of sunlight, while ferns and foxgloves thrive in partial shade. Finding the right balance will ensure a lush and healthy garden. Soil quality is just as important as sunlight. Rich, well-draining soil with plenty of organic matter creates the ideal foundation for a flourishing garden. Consider testing your soil's pH to determine whether it's more suited for acid-loving plants like hydrangeas or neutral soil flowers like daisies. Adding compost or mulch helps nourish the plants naturally. Lastly, think about accessibility and aesthetics. A garden that complements your home's architecture while offering a sense of seclusion feels truly magical. Placing it near a window allows you to enjoy its beauty from indoors, while a garden nestled in a quiet corner invites peaceful solitude. Choose a location that enhances both functionality and charm. The essence of a cottagecore garden lies in its effortless, romantic beauty. Unlike formal gardens, which rely on structured symmetry, a cottage garden embraces a free-flowing, organic design. Think of lush flower beds spilling over winding pathways, climbing vines weaving around wooden trellises, and an abundance of blooms in soft pastels and warm earth tones. Texture and layering play a crucial role in achieving that dreamy aesthetic. Mix different heights, colors, and flower varieties to create a wild yet harmonious look. Pair tall foxgloves and hollyhocks with low-growing daisies and violets. Let climbing roses and ivy drape over rustic fences, adding a timeless, fairy tale-like charm to your garden. Incorporating vintage and handmade elements enhances the nostalgic feel. Weathered stone planters, distressed wooden signs, and antique iron gates bring character to the space. Handmade birdhouses, repurposed watering cans, and rustic arbors evoke a sense of history and warmth. Every detail should feel personal, making your garden a true reflection of cottagecore charm. A cottagecore garden isn't complete without a stunning variety of flowers that exude romance and whimsy. Classic cottage blooms like roses, peonies, and lavender create a soft, nostalgic atmosphere. Delicate wildflowers such as daisies and cornflowers bring a natural, effortless charm. Mixing perennials and annuals ensures continuous blooms throughout the seasons. Beyond aesthetics, selecting plants with complementary scents enhances the sensory experience. Imagine the sweet fragrance of honeysuckle drifting through the air or the calming aroma of lavender as you walk through your garden. Herbs like rosemary and chamomile not only add beauty but also serve practical purposes in teas and homemade remedies. Creating a balanced mix of textures and colors elevates the garden's charm. Tall hollyhocks and foxgloves provide vertical interest, while ground cover plants like creeping thyme soften pathways. Climbing roses or wisteria can frame doorways and fences, adding layers of depth. The key is to embrace a natural, slightly overgrown look that feels effortlessly enchanting. Pathways and borders are essential in shaping the character of your cottagecore garden. Unlike rigid, straight paths, cottage-style walkways embrace gentle curves and uneven edges, mimicking nature's organic flow. Gravel, brick, and stepping stones are excellent choices, adding rustic charm while guiding visitors through your garden's enchanting landscape. Borders help frame the pathways, enhancing their fairy tale-like appeal. Low-growing flowers like alyssum and creeping thyme soften edges, while taller plants such as lavender and foxgloves create a layered effect. Mixing textures, such as stone borders with wildflowers spilling over, creates a seamless transition between structure and nature. To make pathways even more magical, consider adding moss-covered stones or whimsical arches covered in climbing vines. Over time, as plants grow and settle, your garden will take on an effortlessly aged and romantic charm, embodying the heart of the cottagecore aesthetic. Rustic garden furniture adds charm and function to your cottagecore retreat. Opt for timeless materials like weathered wood, vintage wrought iron, and wicker to blend seamlessly with the natural surroundings. A distressed wooden bench tucked beneath a flowering tree or a cast-iron bistro set nestled among roses instantly elevates the space's nostalgic appeal. Comfort is just as important as aesthetics. Layer seating areas with soft, floral cushions, cozy knitted throws, and vintage lace tablecloths. A simple wooden swing adorned with ivy or a hammock strung between two trees creates the perfect spot to unwind with a book or a cup of tea, embracing slow, peaceful moments in nature. Upcycling old furniture pieces adds a unique, personal touch. An aged wooden chair can be transformed into a plant stand, while an old farmhouse table makes an inviting outdoor dining spot. The key is to let imperfections shine. Chipped paint, patinaed metal, and well-loved fabrics only add to the garden's lived-in, romantic charm. A cottagecore garden should offer intimate spaces where you can unwind and enjoy nature. Cozy seating nooks, whether under a shaded pergola or beside a flowering hedge, provide a sense of retreat. Arrange a vintage armchair with soft cushions or a simple wooden bench tucked into a quiet corner, surrounded by fragrant blooms. To enhance the ambience, use natural elements like overhanging vines, climbing roses, and potted plants to frame your seating area. A small round table with a lace cloth, a teapot, and a flickering lantern adds an extra touch of charm. Consider placing seating near a gentle water feature, like a bird bath or a small fountain, to create a peaceful soundscape. For a truly magical experience, string fairy lights or place lanterns around your nook for a warm glow in the evening. A reading corner with a plush cushion-filled daybed, a hammock, or a canopy-draped swing transforms your garden into a storybook retreat. The goal is to create a space that feels like a secret hideaway, perfect for quiet moments of reflection. Whimsical garden decor adds a storybook charm to your cottagecore retreat. Think of vintage bird cages, hand-painted signs, and delicate wind chimes swaying in the breeze. Incorporating rustic elements like repurposed wooden crates as flower planters or an antique wheelbarrow overflowing with blooms enhances the garden's nostalgic feel. Small decorative touches can make a big impact. A fairy tale-inspired garden gate covered in ivy, stone statues nestled among wildflowers, or an old watering can used as a flower vase create a sense of magic. Handmade DIY pieces, such as driftwood trellises or mosaic stepping stones, give the space a personal touch. Lighting plays a key role in setting a whimsical atmosphere. String fairy lights through tree branches, place lanterns along pathways, or use vintage oil lamps for an old-world glow. At night, these soft lights transform your garden into an enchanting retreat, perfect for evening strolls or cozy outdoor gatherings. Lighting is essential in transforming your cottagecore garden into a magical retreat, especially in the evening. Soft, warm lighting creates an inviting atmosphere, highlighting key areas like pathways, seating nooks, and flower beds. Fairy lights draped over trellises or woven through tree branches add a whimsical glow, turning the garden into a dreamlike escape. Vintage lanterns and candles provide a timeless, rustic charm. Hang wrought iron lanterns from shepherd's hooks or place them on stone walls for an old-world feel. Mason jar lanterns filled with twinkling lights make for an easy DIY project, casting gentle illumination across outdoor dining spaces and cozy corners. For an ethereal touch, solar-powered lights can be hidden among flowers or placed along pathways to guide the way. Floating candles in a small pond or birdbath create a romantic setting, perfect for quiet evenings spent enjoying nature's beauty. The goal is to achieve a soft, enchanting ambience that makes your garden feel like a fairy tale. A cottagecore garden is more than just a visual delight, it should also be a sanctuary for birds and butterflies. Choosing nectar-rich flowers like lavender, echinacea, and butterfly bush naturally attracts pollinators, while berry-producing shrubs provide a food source for birds. The gentle flutter of butterflies and the cheerful chirping of birds bring a garden to life with movement and song. Adding bird feeders and butterfly-friendly spaces enhances their presence. Vintage-style bird feeders, whether hanging from trees or mounted on rustic poles, provide nourishment throughout the seasons. A shallow dish filled with wet sand or a simple stone perch creates a resting place for butterflies, allowing them to soak up the sun and refuel. Water sources are essential in keeping these creatures visiting your garden. A charming bird bath placed among wildflowers or a small fountain with a gentle trickle of water invites birds to drink and bathe. The sight of delicate wings dipping into the water or tiny birds splashing in the morning light enhances the magical, storybook feel of your cottagecore retreat. A thriving cottagecore garden requires year-round care, but the beauty of this style is its embrace of natural growth and imperfections. In spring, focus on planting new flowers, refreshing soil with organic compost, and pruning any overgrown branches. This is also the perfect time to add climbing vines to trellises or scatter wildflower seeds for a natural, untamed look. Summer calls for regular watering, deadheading spent blooms, and keeping an eye out for pests. Using natural remedies like neem oil or companion planting with marigolds can help keep insects at bay without disrupting the garden's ecosystem. Mulching around plants retains moisture and prevents weeds, ensuring that flowers and greenery remain lush and vibrant. As autumn arrives, prepare your garden for winter by trimming back perennials, collecting dried flower seeds for next season, and adding a fresh layer of mulch to protect roots from frost. Leaving some dried plants and seed heads in place provides food for birds and adds a rustic charm to the landscape. A well-maintained garden will return each year even more enchanting than before. Your cottagecore garden is more than just a collection of plants. It's a living, breathing sanctuary that reflects your personality and love for nature. By combining whimsical decor, cozy seating, natural elements, and seasonal care, you've created an enchanting retreat where you can relax, unwind, and connect with the beauty of the outdoors. Let your garden evolve naturally, embracing its imperfections and unique charm. The magic of a cottagecore garden lies in the details. Whether it's the soft glow of lanterns in the evening, the flutter of butterflies over wildflowers, or the gentle trickle of a birdbath fountain, these small touches make your space feel truly special. Continue to add personal elements, like hand-painted garden signs, vintage pottery, or even a hidden reading nook, to make it your own. We hope this guide has inspired you to create a dreamy, whimsical spring oasis in your outdoor space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more cottagecore and home decor inspiration. Share your own garden transformations in the comments. We'd love to see how you bring cottagecore charm to life. Until next time, happy gardening.